That was very delicious. I've yet made my way to Cirebon.
When you have the opportunity, I think you should, because I can actually vouch for the meals. They're really delicious.
Right. Well, if you want to check out batiks as well, I know you're very good at that.
Now, from Cirebon, moving on to Lombok Island. Every year, the people of Lombok Island celebrate the Bau Nyale tradition, catching thousands of multicolored sea worms that swarm the southern coast of the island at the specific times every year.
Now, the sea worms are believed to be the incarnation of a princess named Putri Mandalika, who, according to the legend, chose to throw herself into the sea rather than have princess or fight for her affections.
Every year, toward the end of February, the Kuta beach in the district of Central Lombok is packed with people from the Sasak tribe that dominates the island. The Bau Nyale festival is one of the tribe's major traditions, where everyone seeks to scoop out as many of the worms known locally as Nyale during the single most auspicious day of the year. The worms are usually taken home and cooked, although some of the more daring eat them raw. They believe that doing so would give them the strength and integrity of Princess Mandalika. Early in the day, theatre performances depicting the legend around Princess Mandalika from the Tanjung Berung Kingdom are performed in villages. Mandalika's beauty is said to be renowned across the island, and local princes vied to take her hand in marriage. Unable to decide on one prince, but also unwilling to become the cause of bloodshed, Mandalika threw herself into the sea. Legend has it that the princess returns every year to the shores of her kingdom in the form of these multicolored worms. After watching the performance, the crowds rush to the beach and begin to capture the worms. Her name is often shouted by the people trying to catch them.
Manis. Ya, ada nyaman gitu.
Sudah sering datang Bau Nyale.
Ya, sering.
Hampir setiap tahun datang.
Locals believe that the more worms that are caught, the better the prospect of the farmer's next harvest. Some of the harvested worms are also spread around in rice fields in the hope that the rice would grow lush.
I think I'll choose the jambang rice over the worm eating.
No arguments from here. Now, students of the State Senior High School number 5 of Denpasar have come out with a novel way of making use of bitter maja fruit, which has so far not been of any use.
The students have converted the fruit into an environment-friendly biofuel.
The students of the State Senior High School number 5 of Denpasar have made use of the high glucose content of the maja fruit to produce a biofuel through a simple process. The process of producing the biofuel starts off with grinding the flesh of the fruit until it forms a thick paste. The paste is then mixed with water, and the essence is extracted and mixed with urea and yeast. It is then left to ferment for 66 hours.
Fungsinya banyak banget, dari akarnya sampai buahnya ada manfaatnya. Contohnya kayak bijinya bisa pakai buat bahan lem. Buahnya kita bisa ambil isinya buat kita jadiin bahan bakar kayak gini.
Once fermented, the mixture is then distilled at a temperature of 78 degrees Celsius to produce the fuel that can be used to cook and replace other fuels, such as kerosene.
Ternyata belajar kimia, dengan sedikit pengetahuan destilasi, dia bisa membuat bahan bakar nabati, di mana saya pilih buah maja, jadi tidak tertutup untuk limbah buah lainnya.
The biofuel produced is said to be environmentally friendly, cheaper to produce, and cooks a lot faster than kerosene. The students have also tried producing biofuels using other sources of glucose and fruit, but the maja fruit is the only fruit that is not eaten. The students also hope that they can receive assistance for the mass production of their biofuel and help the country deal with its energy crisis.